talking about companies that I am a super fan of right now, AXL Advanced. All right. Let's say that you are an Air Force EOD tech and have this KDH ATPC here that you were issued, and you want to use any kind of a placard on it. All right. So we've got the Spirit is set up right here. Okay. If you're like me, you're like, I would like to try that out, but I don't need this molly flap here anymore, so I'm going to cut that off. And then you cut it off because you get a little bit too excited about it, and you realize you've got this bottom flap thing here, and then you've got hook on hook, and the Spiritus also has hook. Alright, so this thing goes against industry standard, which is cool and all. I shouldn't have cut off my flap, but I did. So I hit up AXL Advanced and I was like, hey, how do I make these things work together? And they custom built the solution here. So if this is something that interests you guys, they've already got all the measurements. Just let them know what vest you're working with, and they'll hook it up. All right. So there's a couple of components that are involved in this. You've got your hanger assembly here. Now this vest, to be fair, did come with a side release buckle setup that would work. However, this takes it a step further and is a really sweet setup, right? So I've got one installed here already, and I'll show you how this installs in a little bit. But it's got your buckle here, and it also has a provision if you would like to use the surface mount, you can swap that out. It also has a little bit of one wrap routing here, which is not on this in the stock configuration, so that helps you out. You can route your antenna, your bladder tube, whatever you want, but it's a nice little afterthought. They add some extra value there. And then you've even got a little bit of Velcro here. That's probably just to cover up the carbon fiber-like material, but you could stick a push-to-talk on there or something like that, and it would work out all right. So you get a pair of those, and then you get this this panel here that is going to add Velcro to the front of this. Now I want you to look at how thin this thing is, alright? I was pretty worried that this is going to get super bulky when I brought this up to them. But they really keep this as minimal as possible, alright? Yes, you're dealing with some nonsense here, but their solution really doesn't hardly add anything, and it works out really well. Okay, so you got a Velcro mounting solution there, and then they've got their carbon fiber back on here, so you kind of tuck these in the molly across the front of your vest. You've got a row for top and a row for bottom, and then these two tabs for the sides in the middle, and then they took it a step further, and this is what I really like about AXL. They give you this chunk of one wrap here, so once you've got it all mounted, you run the one wrap through the molly, it's on here, and then it secures back down, so there's no way this thing can come off. And they give you this little tool so that you can actually push the one wrap through these little loops that are right here, and that thing is going absolutely nowhere. So let me throw this thing on, and we'll see how it looks once it's all set up. Alright, so we got this thing thrown on there. I tucked in the Velcro on opposing corners there just so you could see how it worked. I would like to be able to get this thing back off fairly easy, because I'm going to send it over to the hill guys so they can try it out. But that's what it looks like when it's mounted. You still have full use of your flap. It's not coming off. It's tucked in all the way across on the bottom, all the way across on the top, and then in the middle, and then secured with one wrap. So that thing is on there, and it is going exactly nowhere. Right? And then I've got both sets of the side release buckle adapters put in there. I think I also kind of misspoke earlier. If you rode this a little bit higher, you could put G-hooks on here. So maybe move it up one, and then it'll probably fit most of your G-hook placards. But right now we're doing side release buckles. And then I've got the Spiritus set up on there. Throw it down. And that is on there. As good as Velcro works, right? So that is how you make your KDH vest placard friendly while minimizing added bulk and without having to cut off that flap. Alright, which also doesn't work. So please don't cut your flaps off. Okay, so that is the AXL Advanced per their description here. Issued plate carrier adapter, adaptive vest placard. All right. There you go. So again, AXL Advanced, this is one example of the kind of custom work they can do. If you've got something you need a solution for, reach out to them. They're super easy to work with. It took me about 5 minutes to get them the measurements that they wanted, and then they built this up for me. And honestly, it takes no more than 10 minutes to completely install this thing. And now we have a placard-friendly vest. Last little plug for AXL here. I think they are doing one of the coolest things in the industry right now. They are not trying to make better kit, they're trying to make kit better. Alright, so you take them, your current almost solution, your 90% solution, and they help you get it up to that 100% of what you actually want your kit to do. It's not the cheapest stuff out there, but it's way cheaper than buying an entirely new platform because you don't like that last little bit of what you've got. Right? So they've got the cry adapters out there. They're doing stuff for first sphere. They've got custom solutions. I know they're doing some IOTV stuff. If anybody's still rocking IOTVs, I feel your pain. But they're honestly filling those gaps that you're not spending a whole bunch of money on brand new kit, and it is pretty awesome what they're doing. So AXL Advanced, check them out. Great folks to work with, and I highly recommend their kit. This is some crazy, crazy high-tech, custom-made stuff that does not fail on you. So thanks, guys. Check them out.